Hello everybody. I thought I'd make a video of the things that I've done, the mods that I've done to this Honda CRF 250L. It's a 2017 and I'm really digging where it is. It's doing real well off-road and it's doing good enough on-road. My goal here is for a bike that does pretty good off-road and you know takes me through the twisties at 60 miles an hour, and that's basically what I think I've got now. So I'm gonna go through all of the upgrades, all of the changes I've made to it, and there's a whole paper full. So we'll go from the ground up. I'll start with the tires. So I just put these on. They're D Sport. Well, they're Tusk. The brand is Tusk. D Sport tires, and honestly, I'm not even sure. You can back off, and then go look at the back one. The back one's super cool. They're about as aggressive as I could find and still be DOT compliant. So I'm pretty happy with those so far. They've only been on like one ride. I just took them through some gravel and on some twisty blacktop highway, and they seem to do okay. They're not a road tire by any means, but I was able to go 60 on the blacktop like my goal is, and able to take turns without too much fanfare. The suspension. So Hondas are pretty cheap motorcycles when you buy them. I've upgraded the suspension. The front suspension you can't see it. It's all deep down inside, but it's Race Tech. Yeah, you don't need to focus in on that. You can just kind of pan back. So the front suspension has a Race Tech upgrade. The rear suspension has Öhlins. Has an Öhlins shock that's two-way adjustable, has rebound dampening. I haven't done much as far as adjusting the rebound dampening, but I probably need to learn more about that. Down low, I've got a Ricochet skid plate that has a couple of beat marks on it. I hate red, so I pull off the Honda red and I buy these black plastics. All my bikes have dirt racks on them, so that's dirt racks, and the side racks are dirt racks. I happen to have it set up for a roto pack on top, but definitely set up to haul whatever I need to haul. So that's a Seat Concept seat. I love these things. I can sit on them all day and not be too grumpy. I've got these Pro Bend bark busters. When I originally bought this bike, it was for Emmy to take her to Utah, and I think the Pro Bends saw the ground a couple times, but they're still in good shape. They're real heavy duty things, so they're doing well. These are Bike Master heated grips. I put these on all my bikes too because my hands are super wimpy. I like having them. They work pretty good. These are double take mirrors, the kind with the ram mounts that are easy to flip out of the way if you're in heavy woods. I've got some USB power to hook my phone or iPad up to, and right here I've got all the ram mount stuff to hook my iPad, and I can put the screen right here so I can see all my maps. Most recently, this was just, here, back up, please back up. Back up a lot. This here is an IMS fuel tank, so it's a 3.5 gallon fuel tank. This Honda comes with a 2.2 when you buy it, so an extra 1.3 gallons. One of my last big rides down in Arkansas, I was at a rally with a bunch of others, and probably I was the weak link as far as fuel. I was real close to running out on the first day, and then the second day I did fine because I found a fuel stop in the middle, but still it was a little bit troubling how low on fuel I was with just the 2.2 gallon tank. This is 3.5, and I think it's going to get me a lot farther. I do some crazy stuff. This windshield is aftermarket, and I added it. I put an LED headlight. I do that on all my bikes too. It just saves you a whole bunch of power. It's kind of like this whole electrical system upgrade, since it's so much less than the typical headlight. This thing is just something I did for fun, and I put the switch on right there to turn it on and off. Just a little more lights if you were out on the trail and wanting to light up the whole place. This FG Racing, that's a new brake pedal. I also have the FG Racing shifter on the other side. Those replace steel parts that have a lot less aggressive. This is kind of neat. It kind of twists out of the way if you back up a lot. Twists out of the way if you hit the ground with it. For the motor and the speed, you know, this is a 250 that's choked down pretty well. I did the full upgrade with FMF exhaust, and it's FMF all the way through with the header bomb pipe. And there's an EJK fuel injection controller, and then the airbox mod to bring more air in, and a K&N air filter in there. So we're allowing more air in, we're allowing more air out through the exhaust, and we're remapping all the fuel injection with that EJK controller. The EJK is pretty neat. I've left it on its default setting, and what it does is it adjusts its response based on your throttle. So if you're going like normal speed, not really pushing it, it kind of saves fuel for you. But then if you really hammer the throttle, it goes to town, and you can tell that it is, you know, changes your ejection timing to give you a good bit more power. In the rear, I guess I didn't write this down, but the Honda comes with a big long plastic thing that's all in the way. So I did this tidy tail thing, which got all that out of the way. I think it changed the blinkers and taillights and stuff. I think that's about it. I mean, there's a couple little things. I've got 1-inch risers because I'm kind of a taller guy. You know, that's where my iPad lives when it comes. There's a Flatlander radiator guard, and that's been on there for a while, but I think it comes with a little plastic radiator guard, and that's aluminum, so better. And I have a cat, free cat to anyone who wants it. And that's about it. Please back off. Back. Off. I'm really pleased with how this thing is going. My last couple of rides, I made a big trip in Arkansas that was fun. And off-road, the thing did just very, very good. I struggled to keep up with the guys on big bikes on the roads, which makes sense, right? It was just a 250. But off-road, it did really good. And right before that, I went on a trip to, I live pretty close to Finger Lakes here in Missouri, and went there with my son Jake on his dirt bike, and I went everywhere in Finger Lakes on this thing and without much trouble, even though it's a, you know, plated street legal bike. I was all over the place in Finger Lakes. I guess there's some aluminum motor guards. I can't remember what the brand is, but those have been on there for a long time too. But, anyway, just really pleased with how this is coming out. You know, it doesn't have a super high seat height. I can easily flat foot it. You know, I take it all over the place. You know, and many times I ride by myself, so you know, I want to be on something that even on uneven footing I can get off it if I want, walk up the hill, you know, see if I want to ride up the hill before I do. So anyway, that's all I've done. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.